Hello there, friends. Welcome back to Nanaaba's Kitchen. And if you are new to my channel, I welcome you warmly. On the menu today is hausa koko, a spiced sweet breakfast porridge raining from Ghana, the northern part of Ghana. Now there are several variations to preparing this beautiful breakfast porridge. There's the millet version, there is the corn version, there's even a sorghum version. Now here in the diaspora, I don't have access to sorghum. I don't have access to the kind of millet they use, which is the dark gray kind. I have looked everywhere. But once I lay my hands on it, I will show you how to use that as well. Now, there is the corn version, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So let me get my hands washed so we can begin. Yes, friends, so the next step is to soak up my corn. So I have 2 cups of dry corn kernels that are going into the bowl, and I'm just adding some water to it. Enough water so that the water is above the corn about an inch. We're going to soak it overnight. And the purpose of that is really just to get the corn kernels soft enough to be blended. The next day, here we go. These corn kernels are nice and plump and soft enough to be blended. So I just run some water on it to clean it one more time before I blend it. And I add 400 milliliters of water to it, just enough to cover the corn kernels be above the corn kernels about centimeter higher. And just blend it till you get really smooth texture, just like this. And I pour it into my glass bowl in which I am going to be fermenting this corn dough. Now you need a warm environment to ferment any food item. And the lid I just placed on there creates an airtight environment, sealing in the air. And it's just stayed on my kitchen counter for 7 days until perfectly fermented. So here we go, 7 days later. There's a little growth on the surface, which we're going to scrape off because we don't need that in our corn dough. So I just use a flat spoon or a spatula and I just scrape it off nicely and discard that part. And we are ready to make some hausa koko. So this fermented corn dough has a pungency to it in terms of its smell, and it's really nice and sharp, and it also has a sweet aroma. And perfect for hausa koko. So I measure a cupful of the fermented corn dough and place it into the blender. So in here in our blender is 1 cup of fermented corn. Let's talk about our spices. Here I have half a teaspoon of cloves. That goes in. Followed by a teaspoonful of huentia, grains of salim, also known as negro peppers. Then I have ginger. This is 50 grams of ginger, which is about 2 thumb sizes. Now I have a teaspoonful of cayenne pepper. You can use half a teaspoon, but I don't mind the spice. It'll give it a nice color and a beautiful chili flavor. Now we're going to measure 2 cups of water and add it before we blend. 1 and 2. And the purpose of blending is really to just get all the ingredients mixed well together and to also blend the spices so smooth, just like that. And pour it into your strainer. You want to strain this a few times till you get a very nice and silky smooth texture. I'm going to store this in my freezer and I will reuse it for the next time I make hausa koko because it still has a lot of the spices in there. And this is what you get after the first strain. Not smooth enough, so we're going to have to strain a few more times. So keep watching. Friends, we're going to sift it a second time because the texture we want is a silky smooth texture. So here's our second round of straining. And we still have some chaff left. Now let's see. Still not smooth enough. So we can strain one more time. It wouldn't hurt, trust me. We want this to be as smooth as possible. Let's see. Now it looks good. We are ready to make hausa koko. So I pour this mixture into a vessel with a handle, so it's a lot easier to pour it into my cooking pot and whisk with my other hand at the same time. So I have 2 cups of boiling water in my cooking pot, and now I am just pouring the mixture into the pot and whisking at the same time. Your goal is to prevent this from becoming lumpy. So I poured half of the content or the mixture into the cooking pot and whisked at the same time. And here's what we have. It quickly starts to become thick, just like that. So now it's really smooth. We're not done cooking yet. So at this point, we turn the heat down. So we started cooking on medium heat once the water boiled. Now we turn the heat down to its lowest setting and pour the rest of the hausa koko mixture into the pot and whisk at the same time. And we are going to cook while whisking at the same time for about 4 more minutes. I rinsed my vessel here with about 50 milliliters of water. You want your hausa koko to be as thin as possible. So this is the consistency you're looking for. Just like twice the thickness of heavy cream. Now take a close look there. You see some small miniature lumps that have formed. No matter what you do, you'll still end up with a few miniature lumps, especially if you cook the hausa koko from the scratch. So you just pour it through your strainer again, and voila. You got all those little lumps out. You are ready to serve your hausa koko. And let me tell you, the aroma with all the spices and the pungency from the fermentation of the corn is quite glorious. Now look at how silky smooth our hausa koko is. Perfection. Now let's serve. Hausa koko is very popular in Ghana. It gets you going, it gets you moving, it gets you ready for the day. And most people enjoy it even for lunch or dinner or in between as a snack. So yeah, you have to put your sugar in there and yeah, dig in. Friends, our cocoa is ready. We've put sugar in it and it's smelling out of this world. The aroma of it is so appetizing. My mouth is watering. I can smell all the spices in there. Let's take a bite and see how we did. That slight kick is in there, but you can taste the wintian, the grains of salim or the negro peppers. The cloves is also in there. It's really a hint of all the spices coming through. I'm enjoying this with my gluten-free puff puff or beignet. That recipe is coming up very soon. There goes your reason to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and also click on that bell to turn your notification on. I thank you for watching. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen.